If you're coming to El Nido, usually people will take Tour A or Tour C.
But what about Tour D? El Nido is made for the adventurer, with crazy landscapes to discover in every direction. Many spots have made a name for themselves and are no longer as hidden or secret as they once were. But even the places that we visited on the less frequented Tour D completely stole our hearts. Tucked away within the Bangka archipelago is a fantasy-scape of jagged limestone walls, white sand beaches, and crystalline waters. Along this day tour, we traipsed on the quiet beach of Pasandigan Cove, paddled through the turquoise waters of Cadlao Lagoon, enjoyed an exquisite Filipino feast on the shore of Helicopter Island, before island hopping for our final adventure through the intricate Small Lagoon. It was the best we could ask for to end our time in Palawan. Always getting off the boat is such an adventure. We're just here on the beach waiting for a tour, and we noticed how much busier it is than it was in Quran. If you want to check out the tours that we went on, just click on that button on the right.
One thing I've noticed here though is that we see some people waiting in the shallow water to get onto their boat. Now hopefully that's not the case for us, because there is a platform there on the left, because I got a whole bunch of camera gear out over here and I am not comfortable walking the ocean with this. I've just been informed of that, where everybody else is just walking through the water to get onto the boat, is exactly what we're doing. I'm gonna have to hold the bag over my head and hopefully nothing falls.
Getting ready.
I can't believe that I actually have to do this. This is so bad. They never told us that we have to walk through the ocean just to get onto our boat.
Look at those muscles. Look at those muscles.
My shoulders are getting a workout. Haven't worked out in like a couple of weeks, so this is my punishment, I guess. We're just going onto our boat, and in order to actually get here, you actually have to wade through the ocean, carrying our bags. It was definitely a journey and a half to get here, but we're super excited and we're on the boat now.
Yeah, we definitely got soaked before the excursion even started, but we're really excited to be hitting up our very first spot. We're just waiting for a couple more guests to arrive, and then we'll be on our way.
I have to fly the drone here. Hopefully it looks pretty nice. I don't really know. It's a little bit cloudy right now, but hopefully we'll pop it up and we'll see.
This tour is off to a great start. There's barely any wind or choppy waves on our way here, and we made it safely to Cadlao Island. There's barely anybody here because Tour D is just a little bit underrated, I would say. And so we made it to Pasandigan Cove as our first stop. We're just relaxing by the beach. Jason's, of course, flying the drone as usual. We're excited to see what it looks like from the air.
It doesn't really matter which tour you book, they usually give you lunch. But prior to, you're visiting a ton of spots, you're usually pretty hungry. So if you are, make sure to bring your own snacks, like Lauren is right now, chowing down some chocolate chip cookies. You will probably get hungry, just so you guys are prepared.
Is it a cricket or grasshopper?
Grasshopper.
Grasshopper.
Yeah.
And you made it out of what kind of leaves?
Coconut. Lives from
Coconut leaves.
Yeah, coconut leaves.
Hiking here by myself was so peaceful. I just had the quietness of the lagoon around me, and the limestone is completely surrounding everywhere. The water is so blue and the water is so peaceful. I think I would say that this is one of the best spots I've ever kayaked in.
I really wish that I could join her, but in order for me to fly the drone safely, I would have to be, unfortunately, on the land here, but it's still really beautiful here. I love seeing everybody just kayaking, enjoying themselves, and especially Lauren. Hopefully the shots that we got were really great. It's honestly really peaceful out here. I think we got maybe 5 or so more minutes. So we're just gonna relax, enjoy the time on the canoe, because we did pay 300 pesos. That's very important. It costs 300 pesos for you to rent the 2-seater kayak, and 350 pesos if you want to rent the 3 or 4 person kayak.
Always getting off the boat is such an adventure.
Normally on Tour D, you would have lunch on Serenity Beach on Cadlao Island. But because it was so packed, we are here right now on Helicopter Island, which is officially part of Tour C. Now for us, that's like a great thing, because that means we get to see a whole different island, have a little lunch, and enjoy a different type of scenery.
Now we're just waiting for lunch to be served. We smelled it when we were on the boat, and they're cooking it right now. And because my cookies were just not enough, so we're really excited to have a full Filipino lunch. And then we're going to be off to our next site.
I think it's actually pretty wild because they don't actually cook the food on the island that we're at. They always cook it on the boats themselves. I think they have a whole station set up in the back. I think that is super impressive. They're literally right now just grabbing it from the boat, walking through the water and placing it on our table. Hopefully they don't fall because when the food's gone.
Ready to feast on this amazing platter. Got some fish, prawns, pork belly, chicken, noodles, rice, cucumber, and that fruit platter looks amazing.
raining, but sometimes you're gonna have to live with the weather that you got. It's not always gonna be perfect, and you gotta make the best of what you're given.
So right now we are at the Small Lagoon, but they actually ran out of kayaks. So Lauren and I are just gonna swim all the way over there. It's not too far. Now normally you actually are not allowed to do this because of the policies. But they said it was okay just because there's not enough kayaks. It completely ran out. So hopefully it won't take too long swimming backwards here with the life jackets. Let's head over to the Small Lagoon.
The end of our tour did get some adverse weather conditions, so we unfortunately had to miss out on the last stop, which was Paradise Beach. But you know what, we were actually pretty okay with it because Paradise Beach is a lot like Pasandigan Cove, the first stop we went to. And you know what, safety comes first. After we saw those choppy waves, the wind and the rain hitting us, all of us on board that ship were just ready to go home. But overall, our impression of Tour D was absolutely phenomenal, you guys. We highly recommend you guys go on. It's so underrated. There were a lot fewer crowds compared to Tour A and Tour C.
You definitely have to come back to El Nido. We actually spent several days here, but the weather was not great. It was so windy and it actually rained for a couple of those days. This island is beautiful based on what we've seen on Tour D. We really want to explore more of it, and this just gave us a reason to come back. Our adventures here in the Philippines are not finished yet because we're about to head on a flight to our next island.